great leaders inspire greatness in others. Hello and welcome to WMT Reviews. I am Wise Man Tanofsky, and today we're having a look at Star Wars The Clone Wars Season 1, Episode 1, Ambush. The first episode of the Clone Wars series after the mixed reaction to the feature movie, and the fifth chronologically, Ambush follows Jedi Master Yoda, voiced by Tom Kane, as he leads a squad of clone troopers on the planet Toydaria, forced to match wits against Asajj Ventress, voiced by Nika Futterman, as they compete for the loyalty of the Toydarian king. I find it very unusual that for their season opener, the series chose to focus not only on a different Jedi from Obi-Wan or Anakin, but also on the species associated with one of the least popular prequel characters, the junk dealer Watto. That being said, Ambush is a very well-structured and well-written story, pitting a small number of Republic clone troopers and a single Jedi against everything the Separatists can throw at them. This, of course, allows for greater focus to be given to developing the characters of the otherwise faceless clone troopers. Indeed, one of the prequel trilogy's greatest failures was the lack of investment on either side of the war, a factor the animated series seeks to correct very quickly. Aside from the clones, of course, we have Tom Kane as the wise and powerful Grand Master Yoda, and following the mixed reviews of the Clone Wars movie, I suppose it makes sense to focus the very first episode around one of the most universally loved Jedi characters. His performance is perfect for Yoda, mixing the elements from both the prequel and original trilogy. As the title card suggests, the lesson of the episode is to teach that a great leader can make something more of his troops, and that shows in the action-packed conclusion, with the clones choosing the moment to utilise what little they have to turn the tide against the Separatists. Speaking of which, the primary antagonist for this episode is the deadly assassin Asajj Ventress, played by Nika Futterman, and already this is a very different character from the one we saw previously. Ventress displays herself as a cold and manipulative consort, while also maintaining the violent streak she has always possessed when her plans go to ruin. I found it massively appropriate that she was forcibly put down by Yoda not with the use of a lightsaber, but by his sheer mastery of the Force, in the face of her anger-based amateurism. Now for my main criticism, and those who follow these reviews in their entirety will probably tire of hearing me say it. I hate the battle droids. How am I supposed to become invested in the threat of the conflict if the main foot soldiers of the enemy are these bumbling, comic relief dummies? I understand that the clones have to have a certain intellectual advantage over the clankers, but I also believe it could be expressed a very different way. At the same time, kids show, I suppose. In conclusion, Ambush is a great way to kickstart the series, not only for humanising and characterising the clone troopers and making me care about each of them as an individual, but also for introducing the pace and tone of the series and catching my eye, because I will confess I found myself hesitant to even give this series a chance, and this was the episode that made me say, you know what, I'll stick with this after all. And for that, I'm happy to award the episode a decent 7 on the Orsometer. A straightforward, by-the-books episode to let viewers of all ages know what this series is going to be. So that is a 7 on the Orsometer for Star Wars The Clone Wars Season 1, Episode 1, Ambush. I've been Wise Man Tanofsky. This has been WMT Reviews. Thank you very much for listening.